I'm here with Sean, 710 KNUS. So Sean, what brings you out here today?
I'm here for the March for Life. We're just here to represent White Rose Resistance and kind of let people know that we're here in the state and let them know about the White Rose.
Tell us, what is the White Rose Resistance?
Yeah, the White Rose Resistance is the fastest growing pro-life movement here in America right now. And the big focus of the White Rose Resistance is we've got a lot of awesome 501c3s. I love a lot of the people here. We're a 501c3, but God never said against nonprofit organizations the gates of hell will not prevail. God said against the church. And so our big focus is we need the church to get activated. We need the church to go out and be doing the job that the church should have been doing the last 50 years. So we go out and we train churches how to get activated in the pro-life movement.
I mean, you're in Colorado. Colorado at one point, like 90s, was the centerpiece of the evangelical movement. Now they have almost no control, and churches aren't here at all. I mean, I see one, maybe. Where are the churches?
There is one church here, and that's Brave Church, who's actually here with us because we got involved with them, and it's a super faithful church. But
why just one church? What happened to the church?
You're absolutely right. Colorado was the center of evangelical everything. I mean, like Colorado Springs has all the nonprofits, but the way I view it, we have a lot of churches that have said, all right, we send some money to a nonprofit, so I guess we're good, right? Like, oh, we gave a little bit of money to whatever pro-life movement, and so, we did our job. And that's just absolutely not the case. The church needs to get out of the pews, the church needs to get out of Sunday, and they need to go do their job in the world.
Why do you think pastors are so touchy when it comes to political issues?
I think that there's a couple reasons. One of them is the Johnson Amendment. People have way overblown what they think that means, and so they just assume, like separation of church and state, churches can't talk about anything, which is just a lie straight from the pit of hell. And then the other thing is, unfortunately, a lot of pastors really like money. And there's a lot of things where if you take a strong stand and you say, hey, this is what the Bible says, this is what God says, and this is where we're going to stand, then a lot of pastors will lose all their congregation, they'll lose half their congregation, they're worried about losing the donors.
But you work with churches. Do you see that happen when churches take a stand? For instance, Brave Church, working with the White Rose Resistance, they seem to be doing just fine.
Yeah, what I've found is when you take a stand, sometimes you'll lose people. In the very, very short term, it might hurt because you'll lose a lot of people that weren't really in the church anyway. But in the long term, when you're faithful to God, when you're taking steps of faith, people that are actually looking to get involved in a church will come to it. They're attracted to boldness. They're attracted to bravery. And so in the long run, yeah, it does not hurt your church at all.
So I want to ask you, post-Roe, it's been tough for the pro-life movement in a few of the states. In fact, they've lost just about all their ballot initiatives. How's that going to turn around?
I can't speak too much nationally. I am mostly focused here in Colorado, and so I haven't been able to keep up with all the bills everywhere. But kind of just in general, I think we do have an opportunity to fight here. Roe v. Wade was not a huge victory where we won the pro-life movement. It was really just the start where the federal government said, you can get in the battle now, you can actually start fighting. And so I think that there's an opportunity for us to start turning things around. I think that over the next 4 years, we really need to fight. And I think that there is a lot of movement towards it. Even right now with Colorado, we're passing these two absolutely horrible transgender bills, but because of that, I've now seen 16 to 30 different churches that have just out of nowhere come up and said, hey, we're not going to sit by anymore, we're not going to be passive politically, and we're going to get started. So I think that there is a momentum turning around the other direction.